What will speaking your truth do for your business? This is a question that I get, and today I want to share with you what exactly you want to do with it. And it's liberating, but it can also be scary. I mean, thinking about this, speaking your truth. So maybe you're even thinking, like, what does that mean? Obviously, I speak my truth. Or you're thinking that would be scary. Either way, I'm going to share with you in today's video exactly what it is and why you want to handle this, because it's going to help you grow your business. So stay tuned. Speaking your truth in business. Let's start off with this. Speaking your truth, I mean, this might be obvious to you, but let's get into it because this is going to liberate so many entrepreneurs in their business. I'm going to start off with a quick example here, but before I get to there, I'm going to start off with saying that whether it's speaking on a stage, whether it's speaking in a sales call, whether it's speaking with clients, this is one of the most foundational pieces because at its core, this really comes down to having the confidence to say how you truly feel. And this is a situation where you're going to get a superpower once you fully get the concept and you embrace it and you apply it into your business and into your life. So what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to share with an example. So in the example here is I remember I was working with one of my best clients and he mentioned something to me. He's like, if I ever wanted to be a prick, I would introduce you to my business partner. And I'm like, really? Why? He's like, oh, it'd be a nightmare for you to work with him. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And I just left it. About a year later, I get a phone call and I notice the name on it. And so we hop on the call. And as soon as I see it, I'm like, I know exactly who it is. It's this person's colleague. And on the call, we start getting into it. I'm asking questions. What are your public speaking goals? And then more importantly, I said, what is it that you want to learn? And he's like, look, I just need the best practices. I have a talk coming up. I don't want to look bad. I want to look good. Now, even a little bit of context to this, which is very interesting. These two individuals here, yes, they are co-founders, but they don't get along. Okay, they work in very separate silos because of that. It's a very toxic relationship. So I worked with the first client and we got him going. He was nervous to speak in public. He started doing talks. And what happened was he started driving more business, becoming well known in it, and being asked for. Other partner started getting jealous because he saw the results he was getting. And there was actually one opportunity where he asked to give a talk and they said, hey, could you actually bring in your partner? Could we get him to do it? Because the audience seems to like him better. And I think this really impacted the other individual where he got a little bit jealous. He's like, look, I want to work with the same person that worked with my partner. So we get on the call and this is what I knew something was off right from the beginning because I said, what is it that you want? And he says, I want the best practices to speak with in public speaking. Now that's something, best practices, this is the technical side. It's about sharing a message, creating a message, standing up there, delivering. Best practice, when people ask for that, for me, that's not necessarily a red flag, but it's a yellow flag. Okay, it's something that's like, okay, hang on, because that's not the core. That's not my specialization. That's not what we really deliver. That, more importantly, it's not what I really believe in being the differentiator to get my ideal clients the goal that they want. So when I started bringing them, I'm like, yeah, okay, we can help you with that. But are you open to the personal journey? Are you open to exploring what's getting in the way? He's like, look, I'm okay. I just need the best practices. And right there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so conflicted because internally I'm saying, don't work with this guy. If somebody is not excited or at least open to doing the personal work, but they just want best practices, they are better off going with somebody else because I'm not going to serve them at the level that they want. I'm not going to give them the results they're happy with. When we start going into personal development and fears and why are you not feeling confident, if someone's not open to it, they're going to shut down. And though I felt so conflicted on the phone call because I didn't know the context to how this person reached out to me. I was thinking, I have a great relationship with his partner. And if I say no, is it going to be seen as disrespectful? So I said yes to work together. I sent the invoice, he paid, he showed up. Because I wasn't speaking my truth. If it was my truth, I would have said, hey, I don't think I am the best fit. If you're looking for best practices, there's other people that you may want to explore and go with. I said yes, because I was afraid of having it impact my great relationship with his co-founder. Now, what I didn't know was that he didn't tell his co-founder he did it. He just remembered that I worked with him. He reached out on his own and he saw the work that I did with his co-founder. He wanted to get the same results. The difference was this person was open to personal development and this person was not, looking only for best practices. So long story short, came in and it was just not the fit. Okay, I'll put it mildly. I'll put it in a nice way. It was not the fit. It was a wrong fit, just an unpleasant experience, a very powerful learning lesson. Because I remember halfway through the training, all I was thinking, again, another opportunity of speaking my truth. This person showed up and they were like, oh, just complaining how much they're working and I'm exhausted and I should just be taking a day off. What am I doing here? In that moment, he showed up late. It was very disruptive. In that moment, I thought about it in hindsight. If I was speaking my truth and being really confident, I would have said, hey, you know what? I agree. And I'm going to give you a full refund. So just take the day off, go find somebody else that's a better fit because this isn't serving you. And just give a refund on the spot. But again, I was afraid of how it could potentially impact my relationship with his co-founder. This goes through the experience. Again, we got through it. Not something that I want to go. And I felt just kind of, I didn't feel great doing it. I kept looking at him and he just didn't look to be enjoying it. So long story short, I didn't do that. I didn't speak my truth. It cost me. It cost me more to work with them than I got. And that's something that I was looking at. When you look at it as the energy cost, I would have happily given the money back to not go through that. So that's something that I share with you and I took away as a very powerful learning experience. And I wonder for you, if you've ever had that, has there ever been a client you knew from the beginning that this is not the right fit for you, but you said yes, whether it was from a place of I didn't want to lose the sale, or you didn't want to make somebody look bad, or you didn't want to potentially offend and hurt a potential relationship that you've had with someone that's great in the past, and look at what was the energy cost, because maybe if you could do it over again, you would have not worked with them and it would have actually been better for you. So this is an example of speaking your truth. The irony is when I did speak with the co-founder later and I mentioned the one that I had a great relationship with, I mentioned, he's like, oh my gosh, he's like, I would have loved it if you should have just told him. No, he's like, you wouldn't, I didn't even know you went there. It's totally not a fit for him. And I didn't know that, but my fear got in the way and my hesitation to speak my truth. So what will it do for your business? Well, what it's going to do, it's going to allow you to have the freedom and the confidence to speak out and only attract your ideal clients. Get very clear, not just in your thoughts, but more importantly in your messaging of exactly who you work with, so that you attract your ideal clients. More importantly, it repels the people that aren't a fit. So when you have the confidence to do that, look, if you're looking for best practices, if you're looking for the best script, I am not the person for you. If you're looking for help and support to overcome the inner obstacles that's maybe coming up from the fear of public speaking, or it's not the real you to show up, then I absolutely am. If you're open to personal development, this is a slam dunk. But if you're not, it's going to be a rough experience for you if you're not open to it. So having that truth, the ability to put yourself out there and speak your truth, that's going to give you so much freedom to really get clear with who you work with, who you don't work with, lead your ideal clients to work with you. And also, when you're working with clients, is to have that real honest conversation, because they're coming to you because they want to help their problems. And can you speak your truth, though? This is one of the keys, though. Speak your truth in a respectful way. So there's two things that I want to share. One of the biggest fears people have around speaking their truth is, what if people challenge me? What if people challenge me or they disagree? That's going to happen. Okay, so that is going to happen, and you actually want to embrace that. Now, how you get around that is when people come up and like, I need to speak the truth, usually they get armored up, they get ready for a fight, and it becomes a combative experience. We want to avoid that because that's not necessary. What instead we want to do, though, and this is for you if you want to take this on, you want that freedom and that confidence to go up there, it's about speaking your truth. Not the truth, your truth. So you're framing everything by saying, in my experience, this is what I believe to be my truth. You're not telling other people what the truth is. You're sharing your experience. You're sharing who you've worked with that's got the best results. You're sharing who hasn't got the best results or who's not a fit. You're speaking from your place of experience, and that cannot be questioned. If that's your truth, that's your truth. So instead of convincing other people and looking at it from a standpoint of we need to make them wrong for you to be right, you're simply sharing your truth, but also acknowledging that every single person in the audience, every single client has their own unique experiences, their own unique truth, Well, that right there is going to give you the freedom to put yourself out there. And that's where you get the superpower, which is speaking your truth. And that's going to help you grow your business dramatically. Because when you have the confidence to speak your truth, you're going to attract the right people, you're going to repel, but more importantly, not just repel the wrong people, you're going to give them the gift of knowing that you are not the fit. So that's going to make their journey to find the right fit so much easier. And then it's going to give you that inner peace and confidence to go up there and speak your truth, because you're simply sharing your experiences. And that is such a powerful feeling of liberation. So that is my invitation for you. Please speak your truth when you're getting up there. It is going to feel so much lighter. In the beginning, it might feel nervous. You might feel nervous to go up there and repelling people or like saying this isn't the fit. That could be very confronting, and I acknowledge that. But the long term is when you do that and you become comfortable, it's going to give you so much inner peace and so much freedom. So do that, speak your truth. And if you want help to make this happen in a fast way with the guidance support that's going to build you up so you gain this ability, go to levelupliving.com. I have different programs, public speaking programs, confident video programs that are exactly designed to help you fast track this so that you out there, you speak your truth and you grow your business fast. So again, go to levelupliving.com. I look forward to speak with you and more importantly, to work with you to gain this ability, because it's going to help grow your business.